It is now 6:36, and I'm welcoming you to the Economic Development Committee meeting. We have one item on the agenda, and that's the Horse and Jockey Bar, which is located at 4277 Cortona Avenue. This is a new application. And on the line is Mr. Lawrence McGrath and Michael Kelly, his attorney. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Who's gonna do the talking tonight for the horse and jockey?
I'm going to make a presentation.
Okay, good.
You already said half of my presentation already, but we're going to be taking over the recently closed Aqueduct North. From what I understand, was there for over 40 years. We'll be operating the same way as a tavern with limited food. Our hours of operation will be 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. 7 days a week. There's 4 tables with 16 seats and 21 bar stools for a total of 37 seats. We did submit a plan. We do have a C of O that allows for 74. There's a jukebox and background music. Lawrence is well aware about having music heard outside, so it will not be too loud. There is no outdoor seating, and we will be enlarging the front window. The front window that's there now is very small. Lawrence will be managing some days, but he'll be hiring experienced personnel so he can also learn. And Lawrence would like to say a few words about why he's opening at this location.
All right. Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me. This has been a community bar for the past 40 years. It was like more and less like an older person's bar that goes in and talks a little bit of sport and has their few cold ones talking. There's nothing much loud, so it was as a community bar. So I would like to keep it as the same way as a community bar for more or less for the older generation, if I can possible.
Okay, I think Mr. Kelly pretty succinctly defined the bar itself. Mr. Lawrence, have you had any prior experience working in a bar?
I'm involved with the New York GAA. That's Irish football in Woodlawn, and they had the premises over at Gillick Park, and I have voluntarily worked there. So I did.
Okay. I noticed that your menu, if everyone looked at the menu, is a very limited menu that you're going to have. Where are you going to prepare this food exactly?
That is going to be a microwave. It's going to be like a frozen, already cooked burger, and it's all going to be microwaved.
There's no kitchen or anything on the premise. There's never been.
Notice that.
And just to comply with the state liquor authority's rules that we have to have some food available. That's basically what's going to be available. No one's really going to be coming to eat, but we want to have food available in case somebody wants a bite.
Okay. You mentioned the Aqueduct North. I think you need not associate yourself with them because I know they've had problems in the past with the 4-7. Right now, you're coming in with a clean slate. So we had, since you're a new group and we had no issues with you, Mr. McGrath, or the bar, we don't have a problem with that so far. Any questions from my committee members? No?
Yes, I have a question.
Go ahead, Luke.
Does the open dining program allow you to have tables in? I mean, if you ever wanted to, would you be allowed to, even though you don't predominantly serve food? Is that allowed under their regulations?
We would be allowed to have seating outside, but that's
Okay.
not in the plan.
Right.
And
Um,
I don't know if that's gonna be lasting past the end of this year anyway.
yeah, they have to do the whole, figuring out how to operate their system. I know there may be some people who might not agree, but I really like that program. So I would encourage, if you can try it, it's often a lot big brings business and economic activity, and a change of pace. So I'd say if you can, feel free to try that. I mean, but I don't speak for the committee.
Well, don't forget they have a fee to pay if they're gonna do out that type of seating. So that's something they have to consider with their budget, whatever their budget may be for that bar.
Oh,
Right, and
right.
you have to build it too.
Yeah.
Well, with the outdoor seating, they actually don't charge you for this. When they had the sidewalk cafes, there was a very hefty fee for those. I mean, if Lawrence wants to try it, he can, if people start asking, he can always just put a couple of tables on the sidewalk before he starts building anything outside. But that's not in the plans.
Any other questions? Any questions from people attending? No questions? Wow. Okay.
I mean, they clean slate. I mean, like the gentleman said, they already had a.
Alfredo, talk a little bit louder.
I said that, as the gentleman said already, they already had a C of O. So I mean, they're good to go. Michelle, take inside. Take inside. Come to the meeting. Take inside. I'm in the meeting.
Okay, no, understood.
Yeah, they're good to go.
Yeah, I saw that. So that's why this meeting is going to be relatively short. Um, I want to thank you both for coming. We're going to talk about, you don't have to leave or anything. We're getting ready to decide whether we're going to recommend to the board your new place. Can I
Okay.
get something from the committee about the recommendation?
I motion to approve.
Okay. Alfredo?
Yeah, second it.
Okay. All in favor? I guess we're all saying aye. I want to thank you both for being cooperative and sending us all the materials that we needed to review so that we could move this along smoothly and promptly like tonight. So we're going to recommend to the board that we approve your horse and jockey bar application.
Okay. Thank you very much, and thank you for your time.
You're welcome. Both of you.
Thank you very much. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Have a good night.
Okay. Good
Thank
night,
you.
everybody.
Bye bye.
But, um, for the committee, like I said, this is a very short meeting. We came to the point, and thank God they had all their documentation, so they made it very quick. So, gentlemen, I bid you adieu, and I'll see you next week. Good night.
Have a good night.